Hi, back with Michael, Digital Officer at the Asset Heritage Library, but this time we're going to do the VHS or video tape cassette. So equipment what we need is the VHS player here, already connected to the converter, and the software has been previously downloaded. We are using the same software where we do the DVD as well, Arcsoft Sobis. Press on that one. And we're going to turn on our VHS player. And then slide in, remember, got sign this side when inside first as a front, and the labeling is always come at the back. Slide it, just feeding them, and it will edit by itself. On by now, and then we have to go back to the Arcsoft Sobis, hit the capture button, pretty much. I'm just gonna stop pausing for the time being, and then go to save format, MPEG as well, and then we have to find destination for this guy. So we're going to VHS. And this one, I think at the crossroad. What's the video name? Yeah, at the crossroad. Just gonna save it over there in 1998. Okay. Just gonna stop the process and rewind. Now we confident that we already checked the video and we already have the folders actually ready to go, and then we can start the process capturing of the DVD. So hit the capture button, and then hit the play button on the VHS player. Should come by now. And then we can maximize the screen. As you can see, this is the time screen that tells you how many seconds has been going on our capturing process. And this is the actual footage from the VHS. Let it play, and we can always minimize if you want to. So same process with the DVD as well. So once we finish with the tape, and we have to watch it real time, and sometimes the tape is finished before the actual tape is finished. So we actually have to keep an eye and watch them. And then when we finish, the same process is applied to VHS as well. So just stop, and then we should have a preview here. You can have a look. Pardon me. And then we can check here on the folder that we created earlier at the crossroad. This is the file that we're creating today. Let me preview. 27th of July, 13 past 3 p.m. And then from here, this is stored right straight to the external hard drive, and from here we're gonna move to another computer. We will doing the digital enhanced processing, which is converting into MP4, so we can actually upload it and one day store it in the spiders, and then we're going to create the JPEG2000 or MXF as a preservation file, and we will store it inside this badass NAS cloud system. We'll get back to you with that. Back with Michael, Digital Officer at the Heritage Library. This time I want to show you how do I converting or exporting of the WAV file or MPEG file into our standard preservation to MX2000 JPEG2000 MXF, or to MP4, or on the audio into WAV or MP3. So I have one sample of collection. I bring it from either carrier audio or video into this external hard drive. We open it on the file explorer. I'll go to the collection. I have here already that Woman on the Shoestring on DVD collection. I'm gonna pick up, sleep this, wrong file, one. Let's do something else. There's already endpoint. I just go to digitization project, oral history, and for example, I'll go to Christian Media Association. Open that, and we'll do some VHS to do here, and our thing we'll do the People Studio. This is the end product, but I will show you how to do the MPEG, and I'll show you how to produce MP4 and MXF. So we already have the file and the collection there, and just pretend this 3 file doesn't exist. And we're going to open Adobe Premiere. Just click on Adobe Premiere. While we're waiting for it, I'll just go back to that. So we are on the Premiere now, and we are going to hit a new project here. Hit the button New Project. I'm gonna name this project is collection number as Christian Media Association. Just go right click there, rename, and a copy. Then to name a project title, I just hit Ctrl+V so I can copy it. And I have to decide the location where I'm going to store my project, which is I'm gonna have to store it in the external hard drive, which is I call it DG3 here, which is this one, because this PC doesn't have sufficient room to spare to store any a big project or big gigabyte project. So I'll pick this one, and I'll go to digitizing project, oral history, and I'll go to what's the project, Christian Media Association. Right there, select the folder and hit OK. It will bring us to some type of sequence of a project. So next thing we need to do, go back to the folder, to Christian Media Association. We're going to do one VHS collection, which is I'm going to pick People yellow label this time. Just right click on that, rename, and copy the name of the folder. Okay, we're gonna create a new bin here. So Ctrl+V, and then press on that button. And then we are going to create a new sequence. Ctrl+N. Using the same name of this people yellow label. This is the name of the VHS that we are about to do. And Ctrl+V there. You see that people yellow label, and then hit OK. We already have, this is the sequence, and this is the work sequence that we are going to work with. So going back to the actual folder of people yellow label, and just pretending this doesn't exist, and because this is the end product, and the MPEG file that we captured from the VHS player and converter earlier, we're just gonna bring it to the project there, to the sequence, and it will, and we can preview if you hit play that video and play it. Stop, and we go back to the file and to the video. This is the way I click them, and I will do right click and modify the audio channel. I know it said on stereo, but actually I want to able to divide it into mono, so I can have 2 lines of audio inside the sequence. Okay, and then I already had that video, and I just make sure I hit home button here, which is in the beginning of the sequence. Home, and I just press comma. like that, or you actually can drag them straight away like this. And then I just go back to that one. We're missing a little bit. Ripple delete. That's a little bit, that way it's a little bit complicated. That's why I like just to do it with comma. Just Control Z and just hit that one, and then home button and just hit comma. It will take you exactly wherever you want to. And then we can expand and comma, and we can play and have a look at the screens on them all the way up. We have two screen now. Now we have two lines of the audio. As you can see, we have two lines of audio now. That's we know this actually captured in a mono, but the Premiere will allow us to export it into a stereo audio. Apply it. As you can see, this audio meter is way above the standard, so like above 12 decibel. It's minus 10, which is too high. So what I do is go back to that one, and I will hit this video line, or audio and video line, and right click. I will adjust the audio gain. In this case, probably I'm showing minus 14, but the number may vary depend on the how bad is the audio. So I'm gonna try again. Play now. As you can see, the number now below hit 12, which is good. The standard broadcast is 12, but the Premiere will adjust the audio level once we export them. Finish. Everything is good. Don't need to. We're just gonna trim in the end if there's any excess. Look, we have excess in the end here. I will trim that just because it will allow us to use the storage capacity much more efficient. So I got nothing in the end there, and I just cut it about 14 frames after the end, and just hit W button here, Sona. If I hit W, I will cut the end. So that's the end. And then if we hit home button, we're going back to the beginning of the video. There is some space, empty space as well. Probably we can cut maybe from there, from dark, yeah. So hit Q. Q is on, yeah. Hit Q, yeah. We trim a little bit so we can use our storage capacity much more efficient. Sometimes we have to actually sync the audio and the video because some of the collections are very old, but in this case this is quite good. At the end there, oh, we got two files here. Just gonna delete the one. Oh, what's going on here? That's not supposed to be happen. That's just the excess file. We don't need. So when we finish with it, we're going to export it into MP4 video file for publication. So the way to do that is just hit Ctrl M. Will take us to change the format. So we're just gonna hit that cursor, and then MP4 is H-264, that's for MP4. And the output name, make sure we're hitting the real output name, which is going to Christian Media Association. We hit save, and then we export. This will allow us the timing about 7 minutes in 8 minutes to 10 minutes. this exporting process will allow us to produce MP4 like this one here as an end product. Detail that MP4 file, that's what we're aiming for. This is the product. So when we finish with this process, we should be able to have MP4 file over here, and we can play. Hang on, can't play it, not that one then. Just gonna have to wait. That's an MP4. Okay, when we finish, and then for preservation purposes, we have to export JPEG or MXF file. Same process as well. Just go Control M, and then change the format into JPEG2000, and then make sure you check the outcome, which is the Christian Media Association folder. In this case, as example, and then you just save, and then hit the button. Export. MXF file will be take a bit longer than MP4 because it's a high quality file. Some of them will take an hour or more, depending on how long is the length of the video or audio. And then when the end product will be this MXF file, which is very big one. To file for preservation. This computer doesn't have any player to play it, but I certainly will be able to bring it back to the Premiere. That MXF file, if I bring it over here, I can play it. This is MXF file. That's the video I'm talking about. Now go back to folder. So this process will allow us to produce MP4 video, that's both of them, and also for publishing purposes, like if we one day allow us to put it on the Asset Library website. This MP4 is standard file, and also MXF is allow us to preserve the video on a much better quality for preservation, much better file. Okay, I think that's the whole process that I can explain from the beginning of the preservation process that we are doing here in SCT Heritage Library, using different software and different equipment, and I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.